welcome back.
Welcome back to So Sweet. Forever and ever.
For a second, I thought you were gonna forget.
I
that we do
actually
that
did
now.
forget.
Oh,
You're gonna see it
okay.
in the video, like at like
your hesitation
half
there.
a second hesitation
Yeah.
of like, right. Love that. Love.
How you doing?
I'm good.
This
Well,
week 17.
week 17, and we needed to celebrate it with matching outfits. Because we also have like the jean shorts, right?
Yeah, we do. Very
so
summer.
cute. Very
before
summery.
summer's gone.
You know what it is? It actually, my birthday is coming up. It's a different birthday this year, though. That's a different conversation. But
it's the best birthday of your life.
Why?
Because we're doing a party together.
Because we're doing a party together, actually.
Sweet 16.
But I think that's what's making it special for me, because for some reason, I don't know, this year
you're not excited for your birthday this year.
It just feels different. It's a different birthday this year.
I know.
Why am I saying this? Oh, because when I think of my birthday, I think of August. When I think of August, I think of summer is freaking leaving. Why?
Actually, no.
Nights in Canada, start getting cold after August 15. Why? Because
and the
my
mornings.
In the mornings,
the mornings are cold already. It was like 15 degrees this morning.
Thank you. So it's always like that every year, and I get like, oh shit, because I'm excited about my birthday, yay! And then it's like, but also, and we've had a very hot summer. I have to say I'm happy.
I feel like July was mostly hot, but I don't feel like it's been a hot summer.
No? We had like those like 30 something.
Yeah, but that was only like a couple days. For me, I mean, growing up here, I always remember August being the hottest month.
Oh.
And now lately it's been like hot in July and not really in August. And then September comes and we don't know what the hell we're getting, because sometimes my birthday is hot, like super summer, hot, yeah. And sometimes it's like a little chilly. So
it's true. Your birthday's always like,
for the past few years it's been hot.
Yes.
So it's good because I'm like mid-September. So,
but that's the thing. I always tell everybody, like, I never leave my house without a jacket or a sweater, even if it's the hottest day.
Me too.
In the world.
Me too.
I'm still bringing that freaking sweater.
Well, we live in Canada.
That's how you know we live in Canada.
You need to bring.
I might not use it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. We came up with that right now, right, Venezuelan? This has to be in the reel.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Our script too. Anyway.
Our script, yeah.
I know. That's another story.
We always come up with like stories where people might be like, what
are they talking
about?
Don't worry. At some point
so
you'll figure it out.
First story of the day.
I'll go first again.
You'll go fast.
Am I in the wrong for being taken aback and upset when my parents forced me to look after my disabled brother? Edited because I got confused and accidentally said my brother has high-functioning autism when the correct definition is low-functioning autism. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a big difference.
Very big difference. I, 14 female, have been looking after my 9 male disabled little brother basically ever since he was born. So around the time I was 4 years old. When I was younger, it wasn't a big deal to me because I would stay downstairs with my family all day anyway. And I was a child, so I didn't really understand that my parents were making me look after him. At 9, almost 10 years old, he was very low functioning and had ADHD and could not speak. Screams all day, wears diapers, puts objects around the living room in his mouth that shouldn't be put in his mouth, needs constant care, and since he was born, but it's gotten worse over the years. I struggle with very poor mental health. I haven't gotten a diagnosis for anything, and I am not allowed to leave the house by myself. So I usually stay in bed all day, every day, except when I go kickboxing, when I go to guitar lessons, and on Saturdays when I go out with my mom. I also think I may have ADHD and autism too, but obviously not as severe as my brother. But my parents, especially my dad, does not believe me. Today I came downstairs to look after my brother for a little while because my mother asked me to. And after a little while of looking after him, my 51-year-old father comes in and complains that the whole day I didn't come down and ask if he needed help or if he wanted to look after my little or if he wanted me to look after my little brother so he could have a break. I felt shocked by this, which may seem like I am a spoiled brat, but quite frankly, I'm a 14-year-old child and my little brother, his son, is not my responsibility. It's his as a parent. My 49-year-old mom then comes in and says to me that between me and my 24-year-old brother, through the summer holidays, every day we will be splitting 3 hours of looking after my little brother between us, 1 hour and a half each. She says that if I refuse to do it, there will be arguments between her and my father, like there was the last time, referencing to the time they nearly got a divorce because my mother goes to the gym all day and leaves my father to look after my little brother. She also says if I refuse to do this, she will take my phone and punish me when she knows I have severe somnophobia. I actually don't know what that is. And have suffered with it since 8 years of age and cannot sleep until very late in the morning most nights. And being in bed without my phone terrifies me. Okay, didn't know that was a thing.
I had no idea it was a thing either.
I was taken back by this and replied that it is not my job to look after him. And my mom was saying that I had to, and then told me to give her a kiss. I went upstairs to my room and started sobbing.
That was very random.
Very random.
Okay.
I feel like my parents just see me as a babysitter and not my own person. There was a lot more I wanted to argue to my mom about how this isn't fair and that as a child I should not be forced to look after another child who's severely disabled. Am I in the wrong?
Wow. I guess we have to.
These stories.
I know.
Piedra,
Pero
papel,
tijera.
tijera.
Un,
Un,
dos,
dos,
tres.
tres.
Okay.
No,
No.
no, no, you're not in the wrong. There's so much going on there. Oh my God. The level of manipulation that her parents are putting her through at such a young age is actually unbelievable to me. That her mom feels that it's okay to basically blame her in a way for them almost split her and her husband almost splitting years ago is insane to me. She's a 14-year-old kid who is definitely not responsible for her younger brother. She can do as much as she possibly wants and can, but she's a child herself who's still developing, who's still growing up, who still needs her parents, who still needs to be parented. For her to then be held responsible for another child who is low functioning, I'm sorry, but we've both worked with people that have disabilities, autism, and you need people that are trained and you need people that are educated to be able to take care and teach a child that is low functioning. To think that a 14-year-old girl should be responsible and even capable of doing so is crazy. And the mother, to me, I mean, not only the blaming, but also if I don't know if it's actually true that she goes to the gym all day, but if she's not present and is leaving the responsibility to her husband and her two other children because she's telling her and oh you and your brother have to take care of your older brother have to take care of him.
The older brother is like
24.
24.
That's another thing too. Why are you expecting the 14-year-old girl to be the one? Anyway, there's so much wrong here, but I feel so bad for you because you're being guilt tripped into doing something that is not and should not be your responsibility when you're dealing with a child that has low functioning autism. You really, really do need to have people involved that are educated enough to be able to guide this child
Yeah.
and teach them the things that, I mean, as much as they could possibly learn, basic life skills, whatever it is. You need educated people, you need people that work in the field to be able to do that. And not only for the child, but for the parents, like everyone involved. It's, again, I've worked with families for over 10 years, and I know how exhausting it can be. I know how hard it is. And to think that you can put that responsibility on a 14-year-old girl is so unfair and so ridiculous and so messed up, in my opinion. So I don't think that you're in the wrong at all. And actually, I'm very happy that you were able to speak up, at least to some degree.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, it amazes me at 14 the way she puts it. She's like, I'm a 14-year-old and I can't be taking responsibility that you are supposed to take care of because you are the adults. It really amazes me how this child puts it.
Very, very mature.
I know I have to find other perspectives. I agree. She's not in the wrong. So I'm not gonna really. I'm not gonna really gonna try to find another perspective, but I am going to try to remember the things that can be maybe done differently. Because in my case, the difference between us is like you work mostly with the child and the family, but through the child. I worked with the children through the families. So through the parents, I actually had the parents or grandparents. Like that was my first contact.
Right.
And in your case, it was like the first contact is the child or the
adult,
or the adult. And I think this goes like having a member of the family with autism, for people who are not familiar with that, it's nothing you can imagine.
No.
Especially a child who is 9 years old who still needs diapers. Like that right away, when she said that, when she like listed the things that he does, I'm like, I can, because I in my case, I met at least 250 kids with autism, from the ages of like 2 to like 18. So in my head, I always go like, I can categorize or like remember a specific case that I saw. And I'm like, a child who's already 9, still in diapers, still putting things in their mouth. Yeah, that's a very definitely a very low functioning child.
Sure, yeah.
Who, like you said, needs a lot of care, probably a lot of like probably hands on every single day, 24/7.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets so complicated, because there is the 14-year-old with her set of situations. I don't know what the 24-year-old situation is. Like, he's already an adult. Does he live in the house? I don't know. But like, this family strives so hard to maintain to try to maintain some normalcy from whatever their lives was before they had a child with autism, which is also very necessary and something that you should push for. But at the same time, that all gets in between parents wanting to also get their kids to help, which is okay to ask, which is okay. I think it's okay to teach your child to be a part of the family, and this is the family's situation, this is the family's reality. So it is okay to try to invite your other child to be part of 100%. The solution. But when you, like, this sounds like parents who are just very frustrated.
They're burnt out. I can, of course.
They definitely need help themselves.
Yes.
They need help to how to deal with what they're going through. They need help as to like what to actually expect. I think this 14-year-old also needs, I think part of what she's saying is also screaming, I need help too. And I need responsibility from my parent too. And I need people to look after me too.
Mm-hmm.
And usually those things happen when there's one child that needs more,
More
that has
attention
more
and more,
attention than the
yeah.
other ones. It can be so freaking hard to maintain a balance between the two, but it's doable. I actually saw, and I was remembering the story, and I remember this family with like three different like children, three different ages, and the last one was the one with autism. And I really really liked the way the mother specifically would sometimes tell me stories about what she would do to make sure that her other children kind of had, their needs taken care of, and that they didn't feel that they always needed to be like responsible for their younger child. You know what it did? It actually made one of the teenagers go for social work, and actually made them want to learn more about how to take care of their kids, because it wasn't a responsibility, it was actually the help for their parents.
Yeah.
They could notice at some point that their parents needed help, and they could be the extra help, the extra hands on, and they actually naturally kind of wanted to be there for their parents, and not a, you have to do this. And it felt, I mean, I don't know what happens closed doors, and I'm just saying from what I saw, probably it could completely be different,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I always saw a genuine care from these two siblings to be part of the younger siblings life, and also education. They even wanted to be there. Like, it was just really beautiful, and I think it came from how the parents managed the whole and it was high needs, right? So it's like they found a way to do it. So I think deep down I can understand the parents being like, okay, I have two siblings that cognitively will have more possibilities than my other child. There's also a reality that one time it hit me. I remember, I'm not a therapist, and I didn't work in the from the therapy side, but I remember this one therapist that said to me that I think it was an 8-year old, and it was a very high, very behavioral child, and she's like, and the mom was like very distressed, something happened, and she said to me, she's like, and to me it really affected me, because I think she was rude to me or something, and there was one of those days where I was like, why is she rude to me? And this therapist looked at me and she's like, remember, Adriana, what this parent is probably thinking every single day of their lives is what's going to happen with their child when they're not here.
Yeah.
And that hit me, and I just went, holy. When you have a child with that much needs, as a parent, you just get into that mindset, and like, it can be a spiral for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You need so much help. Like, okay, we just had a little
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulty. We had to change microphones.
Okay.
But just to finish my idea, I still think this girl is not in the wrong for asking certain things from her parents and be like, this is
Yeah.
not my responsibility. Um, but I just didn't want to just leave it as like, oh, that's it, and like, yeah, she's in the right and that's it. No, it's like, that's so complicated.
It's really
People,
complicated,
and I know you get it, but it's like, it's you have to be kind of close to a family with autism to understand how layered and complex that life can be, especially if the child
is low
is
functioning.
very low functioning.
Yeah.
Because it's a parents are usually, they're usually fighting between the two sides of their brains, one telling them don't give up and keep, because you just have to focus on like the next step and kind of be like, okay, what else can my child learn? The more skills that they can gain, the better.
Yeah.
And that's just the only mindset that you can have, but also kind of prepare yourself for the future. And usually most of these parents are also thinking, okay, which sibling is going to take care,
Yeah.
which sibling is going to go, it's going to go um to the home and make sure that they're okay. And this is a very very difficult reality
Yeah.
and truth that I'm saying right now, because that's it. Like, parents are just thinking, okay, which I hope my kids grow up to be there for their sibling.
Yeah.
And this is probably part of this, all of these feelings is like it has to be a family effort,
Yeah.
everybody's effort. Why? Because in the future it has to remain that. So it's, again, it's very complicated, but this is a very, I like that this child is able to say it out loud, and I hope
Yeah.
these parents find information, because you can't also put it on your child. You have to find ways of doing this effectively.
You need to get some help.
Yeah.
There are so many resources that you can find online, so many different places that you can reach out to get the help that you need, because you can't do it on your own. Even if you have your wife, your husband, you cannot, it cannot just be the two of you. And it's okay to feel exhausted, and it's okay to not want to do this 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why you need the help.
Mm-hmm.
You need the help.
Yeah. I know. Same. Next one.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna light up the mood. Is that how you say that?
Lighten up the mood.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna light up the moon. The moon.
The moon. Yeah.
Can you just say it for me?
We're going to lighten the mood.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to do right now, because this is a very, I think, a very different one based on the title.
Okay, let's see.
Am I in the wrong for calling my siblings and mom fat? Background. Since I, 21 female, was a kid, my family has made me aware that I was fat.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting that to start like that. I can't remember a time before it. During back to school shopping, my mom would always buy a size too small for me and tell me to suck in until it fit.
Oh, wow.
My sister never missed a chance to tell me how unattractive I was. After my last sibling left for college when I was 16, my mom and dad stopped keeping food in the house and encouraged me to fend for myself to help me slim down.
Oh, my God.
Wow, parenting. Oh my
What
gosh.
is going on?
As I was a broke teenager, I ate McDonald's most days. What do you mean a broke teenager? And only got larger. My siblings used to call me from college just to ask if I was working out or had changed my diet.
Wow.
I got really sick when I was 18 and have lost a lot of weight as a result. I'm not sick anymore, and I've managed to maintain the lower weight. I'm 130 pounds, still 5'4". Now, all my family seems to be able to talk about is whether or not I have an eating disorder and how worryingly thin I am. When I was the same height and weight in middle school, all of them told me how fat I was and how desperately I needed to lose weight quite literally every day.
Wow.
I recently brought this up to my sister, and her only response was, I couldn't have possibly been 130 pounds in middle school, and I looked so fat. I recently brought this up to my sister, and her only response was that I couldn't have possibly have been 130 pounds in middle school as I looked so fat.
Okay.
It's all fucking with my head. I can't reconcile everyone thinking I was unreasonably fat to them, speculating about whether or not I have an eating disorder right in front of me.
Okay.
Just looking at myself now sends me into a spiral, as I never put an active effort into losing weight and my body has changed so much without my consent.
Okay.
Oh, she means because she was sick?
She got sick, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The story. Recently, we were all eating dinner together and my brothers wouldn't stop commenting on what I had ordered. And one of them called me Anna. I just,
What does that mean?
what does that mean? Like literally the name. And one of them called me Anna. I just hit my breaking point and told them all that they only thought I was fat back then because they were thin. And they only think I'm overly thin now because they've all gotten fat. This made my sister cry, her husband uncomfortable, my brothers mad, and my mom didn't care at all. Up to now, I've refused to apologize because I'm not sorry at all, and I'm pretty sure it's true. I do feel bad for calling them fat as I never liked being told that myself, but they have all bucked up in the past few years and they certainly had no problem doing the same for me for years. However, I know two wrongs don't make a right. My friends agree with me, but obviously they're biased, and both of my brother's girlfriends have sternly asked me to apologize. Am I the asshole? So what I'm getting from this story is like she was 130 pounds when she
When
was
she
growing
was in
up.
middle school.
Yeah. And she's still 130 pounds.
No, see. I think this is very confusing, but I
Yeah.
think she was 130 pounds in middle
Uh
school.
huh.
She gained more weight because she was a broke teenager
Uh huh.
and she was eating
Uh
McDonald's.
huh.
She gained more weight. She got sick, lost all this weight, went back to being 130 pounds.
Okay.
That's what I understood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's why the sister is like, you couldn't have been
You could have not been 130
130
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah.
What is this conversation? Okay. Okay.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
Piedra, papel o tijera. Un, dos, tres.
tres.
Okay. Are you in the wrong for calling them fat? With all of this context and knowing that this was happening, like what they were doing at that dinner, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because they were just like, why are you so excited?
I don't
I was
know.
like, yay. I'm gonna say no because literally they were just like, still, once again, with this pattern of talking about what you eat, what you don't eat. You're just like, no, you see me. And it's so funny because she's not even calling herself skinny. She's like, literally, I'm the same weight. It's just like, you all got fat. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is the right thing to do. I'm saying you're not, oh, you're not in the wrong. I'm not gonna villainize you for saying this out loud in this dinner when you're still being scrutinized for what you eat. So no, I think you're not in the wrong. However, you could maybe apologize.
No, that's another take.
I guess you can be like, yeah, sorry for saying that, but at the same time, it's freaking true. It's true. You guys, stop talking. I'm just saying this. Stop talking about my weight.
This is so stupid. I'm sorry.
It is very
It's
stupid.
so unnecessary. Like,
Oh.
stop fat shaming people. Okay, you are not in the wrong. You said you're not in the wrong. I'll say you're in the wrong for calling them fat back. Obviously, this is something that they did growing up, which I can understand. It gets very frustrating and annoying, and you just want to like make them shut the fuck up. But I mean, doing the same thing that they've been doing to you all their
And
life.
she knows that though. She's
Yeah,
like,
she knows
I
that.
recognize that two wrongs don't do it.
Yeah, you recognize that, but yeah, it's like, yeah, I think you should apologize for just for throwing it back at them, like doing the exact same thing that they did to you while you were growing up. You know it's hurtful. You know it's annoying. You know it's unnecessary. You know it's crazy to be fat shaming people. Like, so I don't think that was the
right thing to do.
mature and right thing to do. I understand why you did it, especially after, oh my God, like like you said, you lost all of this weight without your body's consent. Like you got sick. I don't know what you had, but you got sick and you lost all of this weight. And now you're thin, but it's still not good enough.
Exactly.
And now you have an eating disorder. So before you were fat, you lost weight, now you have an eating disorder. It just really sounds like your siblings, you're their punching bag.
Where it all comes from the parents, because the parents did the same thing. So that's just something they learned.
It's a pattern.
That's why for me it's like not in the wrong in the sense of like, because it just happened again after they're adults.
Yeah. No, I get it.
It's like,
I get it. This is crazy. Like, why are you treating your siblings like that? Why is it okay? Why do you feel like it's all right to make someone feel so bad about themselves?
Especially for something that started when she was a child.
It's sort of out of our control.
Reasons
we don't know. Yeah.
That like make this child want to like I don't know, eat McDonald's or whatever. Like,
But
it
she
goes
said,
beyond,
yeah,
her wanting vanity or whatever. Like, there's obviously a reason. So
yeah. Well, she said they basically told her, oh, fend for yourself, figure it out. And she's a teenager, so she said, oh, all I could do was like buy McDonald's.
yeah,
If somebody's telling you, oh, figure out what you're gonna eat, and you don't
which
know how
is
to
which
cook,
is
like
also
nobody taught you.
child abuse.
Yeah, I feel like this is very abusive in so many different, from the parents, from the siblings.
Yeah,
It's very mentally, verbally abusive, like all of
abusive.
her life.
That's why I was like because I was a broken
A broke
teenager, a
teenager.
broke teenager. And it's like, either the family was broke, or how come, like, I don't understand how a parent will be like, okay, you'll figure out what you're gonna eat. Obviously,
Yeah,
the cheapest thing is usually the worst things.
I don't understand that. That's very abusive to just tell your child, figure out what I'm not like figure out what you're gonna eat because you're fat. Like you know what I
They
mean?
definitely didn't want to deal with whatever was going on with their child and help her, find a healthier life.
And why do you
They were just blaming her,
yeah, why do you
and
feel the
shaming
need to
her.
punish her? Like you're punishing her
Yeah.
for being fat. And now
And then
she's
years later,
thin and
she's
she's being
like,
punished.
but you know what? I think the part that I'm okay with in this story is the fact that it wasn't her trying to. Now I'm skinny and I'm telling you all that you're fat. It was more about like, you keep telling me things, and now she's like, no, the reason you see me skinny is
Because
because
you're fat.
you all gain weight. Like, if you really think about it, it's probably true. Like, not
I
in a
can believe it.
shameful way. It's just like,
No, yeah.
this is the reason why you can't believe that I'm not really that skinny. It's just the fact that you guys are bigger.
Oh my god.
I'm really here trying to.
Yeah, this is just, and I'm sorry, like we don't mean to laugh at your
No, I'm so
expense.
sorry. I'm
It's
so
just
sorry.
I can only imagine how it is constantly hearing when you're growing up that you're fat and now you have an eating disorder. I mean, really,
Like, if
really.
anything, she was like, ha, got you.
Yeah. I guess I have to say you're in the wrong, but you're not in the wrong.
You could have.
You could have handled that, but at the same time, like
Good
you're
for
human.
her.
You're human. Like I'm
She's
sorry for getting
human.
frustrated because now you're telling me that I have an eating
It's
disorder.
like, this is one of those stories where you just go like, yeah, true. You could have not said that, and like, maybe there in therapy somebody's gonna be like, don't send it back. But at the same time, I'm happy that at least once she got it out there.
Yeah.
And they heard it. And I'm pretty sure they're not gonna try to say it again because they know what the comeback is.
Exactly. Sometimes, honestly, that's what bullies need.
Yeah.
Just
and it
for
wasn't
somebody
even that bad, I feel like
No, it wasn't.
She wasn't really being a bully. She was just like,
no. I'm
hey,
saying
guys,
that the siblings
that
are bullies. Like,
right.
So sometimes I feel like bullies need that to be like told in their face, okay, not be bullied back, but like,
yeah,
stand up for yourself and okay, you're judging me because of this. Well, you're that too.
Yeah.
Simple. Sorry, girl, that's annoying.
That is annoying. That is very annoying, and I'm so sorry for that. And I just hope that you are continue to find like a healthy life, and like this sickness is something that it's behind
you don't have to deal with
and
anymore.
It's just about you and your health mentally and physically as well.
Yeah. Well,
this was episode
17. Oh, so sweet.
Teenager. Like, not teenager, but like becoming an adult.
We're almost there. I'll see you. Well, we will see you guys next week.
We'll see you. Bye.